Dear brothers and sisters, we all have desires, some big and some not so big. And what do we not do or do so that our desire is fulfilled? I'm sure we go all out of our way, overcoming all obstacles so that our desire is fulfilled. It could be a good desire and not so good desire. But if we go all out of our way to fulfill our desire. In today's gospel passage, we heard about a man who had a desire to see Jesus. He just wanted to see Jesus, nothing more than that. But there were two obstacles, his height and the crowd. But he overcomes this and does something which no man of his caliber would do it. He runs ahead where Jesus was to pass by and climbs a tree where he has a desire to see who Jesus was. Supposing he was tall, you could see Jesus passing by. Supposing he was short and there was no crowd, you could see the two main obstacles which he overcomes despite himself. His only aim is to see, not to hear, just to see. And we saw afterwards when he saw Jesus, he didn't say a word, but Jesus came to him in a way and spoke to him. And then he found he's a totally different person, a person who only had a desire to see, and then he became a totally person. He had a lot of wealth which he gave away, but he got more wealth when he caught Jesus. How many of us have that desire to see Jesus? How many of us have that desire? And I'm sure if we had that desire which Zacchaeus had, I'm sure Jesus himself will come. When you go and when you pray, do we babble words, or do we allow Jesus to speak to us? We have that habit of saying formal prayers and also formal, informal. But we don't allow Jesus to speak. There's a story of a man who was to come every day in the church to pray. But he did not open his mouth at all. And the participants thought he may be a drunk and out of his mind. And they asked him, what are you doing here? I'm praying. I look at Jesus and he looks at me. That's my prayer. So let's ask ourselves two questions. Do we have the great desire not just to see Jesus or experience, even to overcome other difficulties that we have? And what do we do that? To overcome those difficulties. Secondly, when we come to have an experience of God, do we all the time go on babbling, or allow Him to speak to us? We keep our mind and heart shut and let Him speak. And when He speaks, we'll find great consolation. And when we come out of the experience, we are a totally different person, just like Zacchaeus was. When he had greater wealth than his material wealth, he was a totally different person. And that's what happened to any one of us who's able to, in a way, open his mind and heart to Jesus and let Him speak. Then when you go out, we are totally different persons.